The old lighthouse stood atop the rugged cliffs, its white paint peeling, and its lantern long extinguished. It was a relic of a bygone era, a sentinel that had guided countless ships safely through treacherous waters. But now it stood forgotten, its purpose lost to time. I arrived at the lighthouse on a stormy night. The rain lashed against my coat, and the wind howled through the broken windows. I had heard rumors. The locals spoke of strange occurrences, of ghostly figures seen near the tower. But I was a skeptic, a writer in search of inspiration for my next novel. The caretaker, an old man named Elias, greeted me with a weary smile. His eyes held secrets, and his hands trembled as he handed me the rusty key. "You're brave, lad," he said. "Not many venture up there anymore." I climbed the narrow staircase, the wooden steps groaning under my weight. The air smelled of salt and decay. As I reached the top, I pushed open the heavy door and stepped into the lantern room. The glass was cracked and the once polished brass was tarnished. And there, standing by the broken railing, was a woman. Her dress was old-fashioned, her hair a cascade of dark curls. She turned toward me, her eyes hollow, and I felt a chill crawl down my spine. "Who are you?" I asked, my voice barely audible over the storm. She didn't answer. Instead, she pointed toward the sea. I followed her gaze, and there, in the crashing waves, I saw it. A ship, its sails torn, its hull battered. It was a vessel from another time, a phantom ship lost in the tempest. "Why are you here?" I asked the woman. Her lips moved, but no sound emerged. She raised her hand, and I saw the wedding band, a circle of tarnished gold. She was waiting for someone who had never returned. I spent days in the lighthouse, researching its history. I discovered that the woman was Isabella, the wife of the lighthouse keeper from a century ago. Her husband, Henry, had gone out one stormy night to rescue a ship in distress. He never returned. Isabella had waited, her heart breaking with each passing day. She tended the lantern, hoping to guide him home. But Henry was lost at sea, and Isabella's grief consumed her. She died alone, her spirit forever bound to the lighthouse. As I delved deeper, I found Henry's journal. The ink faded, the pages brittle. His last entry spoke of a mysterious ship, a vessel that appeared during storms. He had followed it, believing it held the key to his wife's salvation. I stood by the broken railing, the wind tugging at my coat. Isabella's ghost watched me, her eyes pleading. And then I understood. I had to find the phantom ship, to uncover its secrets. I sailed into the storm, guided by Isabella's ethereal presence. The waves tossed my small boat, and lightning illuminated the dark waters. And there, emerging from the mist, was the ship, a spectral vessel with tattered sails. I climbed aboard, my heart racing. The ship was empty, its timbers rotting. But in the captain's cabin, I found it. The logbook. It spoke of curses, of lost souls, and of a lighthouse that held the key to their release. I returned to the cliffs, the logbook clutched in my hands. Isabella was waiting, her form flickering in the lantern's feeble glow. I read aloud the incantation, the words that would break the curse, that would free her and Henry. The storm raged, the lighthouse trembled, and then, with a blinding flash, Isabella vanished. The lighthouse keeper's spirit appeared beside her, his eyes filled with gratitude, and as the storm subsided, the lighthouse came alive, the lantern blazing, its light piercing the darkness. Isabella and Henry were finally reunited, their love transcending time and death. I left the lighthouse, knowing that its purpose had been restored. The forgotten sentinel would guide lost ships once more, and Isabella's laughter would echo through its halls. And sometimes on stormy nights I swear I hear their voices, the lighthouse keeper and his bride, whispering tales of love and sacrifice, of a bond unbroken by the tides of eternity.